As preparations for the Union Square's redevelopment continue, the people of Somerville are hoping to have their voices heard. In a public hearing, community members, led by local coalition Union United, made the case for a community benefits agreement, which would enable community members to be a part of the redevelopment process. Producer Peter Levine gives us the story.
On November 10th, over 100 community members and the Board of Aldermen gathered in City Hall's Aldermanic Chamber for a public hearing regarding the redevelopment of Union Square.
I'm an organizer with Somerville Community Corporation and a proud member of Union United. And we've heard folks are hungry for a meaningful role in determining the future of the development, which we're investing in through the Green Line extension and through our tax dollars. And probably some of you are asking what it means to have the community at the table. And so I want to talk a little bit about what that means.
This public hearing was requested after local coalition Union United collected over 250 signatures from local residents to support a community benefits agreement for the redevelopment. According to a Union United news release, a community benefits agreement is a binding contract between a community group and a developer in which the developer agrees to provide benefits like living wages, increased open space, and affordable housing that address the needs of the community.
The community benefits agreement is a contract between the community and the developer. It's a legally enforceable contract, like any other contract, it's a private contract between the groups that are part of the coalition and the developer.
The main purpose of the hearing was to request for the Board of Aldermen to not approve new zoning for Union Square until master developer US2 and the City of Somerville agree to a community benefits agreement. Thus far, the city has remained firm that negotiations will take place solely between developer US2 and the Somerville Redevelopment Authority. However, many residents and business owners are concerned that the redevelopment will increase property values and push them out.
Well, the main priorities are to ensure that what it is that the residents who are the current residents or potential residents of Union Square actually have a benefit from this development rather than being displaced. Our concern is that those of us who have lived in the neighborhood for a very long time and have really committed to seeing this be a diverse place that's welcoming to people from all different cultures who speak different languages can really remain here and thrive here. And we're seeing that new residents are coming in, and it's a really great opportunity to see that we'll have here new places for people to live, new places for people to work, new resources for the city that needs tax revenues very, very desperately. But our concern is that the development also serve those who are least able to participate in the economy. And so our hope for the community benefits agreement is that it lays the path to ensure that the development that occurs in the neighborhood is inclusive to the people who have been part of making it the special place that it is.
The CBA is really, it's a product of community engagement and mobilization. And so that's what recognizes the community in a different way. It's critical. We don't have a community benefits agreement unless there's community engagement, not just asking people to come to a meeting like this, although this is clearly important, but actually going out, surveying community members, engaging them in a process for determining what are the critical elements that are important to the community. The community benefits agreement has to spell out roles and responsibilities, as I said before, for the developer. The city's roles and responsibility generally are spelled out in the development agreement, and the community's responsibility, which typically is that they're going to support the development, that the community becomes a huge supporter of the development because their needs are being addressed in the development.
Union United, the coalition who requested the hearing, was formed in response to the announcement of the redevelopment of Union Square. The coalition consists of residents, small business owners, immigrant groups, religious congregations, labor unions, and community-based organizations created to ensure that the process results in tangible benefits and not displacement for the Union Square community.
As prioridades são small business, né? Eu, como dona de pequeno business, eu estou preocupada. Eu não sei o que vai acontecer, se eu vou ter que sair, se eu vou sair e voltar, se o desenvolvimento, com o desenvolvimento, se eu vou poder estar ou vou ter que retirar. Então, eu gostaria de saber.
We need to have a representative, independent, and democratic group of Union Square stakeholders as an equal party in negotiations with US2 for a community benefits agreement. This group has to include low-income renters, homeowners and businesses, immigrants, and people of color who are often disenfranchised and most at risk of displacement. And it also has to include people committed to affordable housing, good jobs, small businesses, green space, public safety, the arts, climate, sustainability, and participatory planning.
Members of the community spoke on their concerns about the development process and why they felt a community benefits agreement was necessary.
My granddaughters are students at the Argentiano School at Lincoln Park. My granddaughters tell me about their friends, their chorus members who have had to leave school this year.
Somerville is a sanctuary city, and we know this. And more than ever do we need things like a community benefits agreement to make sure that people who are here can stay here. Those who are being displaced are those who cannot afford to be here. And those are the people who want to be here the most because there are some protections for them.
If the rate keeps going up, we will not be able to stay. In the last 2 years, my rent has almost doubled. But I can lower my price because I will lose my customers.
By supporting the CBA, you will help ensure that I, along with my peers, can continue to live in Somerville, contribute to a greener Union Square, and benefit from a redeveloped neighborhood.
By working together, the community and the developer can create a non-adversarial system of mutual accountability that benefits everyone. I was displaced by gentrification when the Red Line came to Davis Square. We can learn from our experiences and develop ways to ensure that the people living in Union Square today have the opportunity to be here well into the future, not displaced by the GLX or new development.
And so I urge you to follow the invitations that others have said, to use your power over the decision about the upcoming zoning proposal, to use your influence with the city and your influence with the developer, to establish the infrastructure that allows community members to gather together in each of your wards to go through this process of designing, negotiating, and implementing a community benefits agreement of the kind that has been described.
I just want to ask folks to stand up if you're here because you care about this community and you want to see a CBA. So thank you all for your commitment to preventing displacement and empowering the group of folks behind you. It's more important now than it ever has been. Thank you.
For Somerville Neighborhood News, this is Peter Levine.
For more information about the Community Benefits Agreement and Union United, please visit www.unionunitedsomerville.com.